Hello again, everyone. Deflect here, Firm but Fair Gaming. I'm gonna bring out a video out on a tier list that is not exact meta tier list. This is not going to be for what does the most damage. This is not going to be for what the top groups are playing. This is going to be for strictly what I find fun, and I'll give examples of what I find fun and how I find it fun. And you might disagree, and that's great. You might find other classes that you really enjoy that I don't find that fun. And I hope, this just shows that everyone else has a different reason or different mindset to why they play what they're playing. We'll start right out with Outlaw Rogue. Outlaw Rogue, to me, it's not a bad spec. It's got a high action per minute. I think it's the highest in the game. I like pistol shot. Some people don't. I don't mind the pistol shot. But to me, it's just a quick pace spec, but it's kind of still lackluster to me. You bring some decent utility in Rogue. You don't have to worry about the restells for killing all your damage as much as the other two specs. But it just, to me, it's just an okay playstyle, and it's middle of the pack for me. Feral Druid. The thing I like about Feral, I like dot classes. I always have. I like how you're not usually energy starved like some other specs. I like the druid utility and the druid, all the form transferring, all that. I find is really, really fun. And the mini gameplay of keeping your dots up, I really enjoy the spec. It was always one of my favorite druid specs. And I just thoroughly enjoy the Feral Druid. You don't have to worry. You got your movement, you got your bleeds, and then you got your bites, and you got just a nice variety of abilities. Havoc DH. Now, Havoc DH is a weird one for me because I, unlike a lot of people, was a huge fan of the Essence Break window. I like the mini gameplay in that gameplay. So you have to, you trying to crank out as many buttons as you can in your Essence Break and have it all set up. However, I didn't like the momentum with the Essence Break when you had to set momentum up on certain maps and you had to worry about your positioning not to flip into something and, fly over the edge. And I wasn't the hugest fan of that. I do like the movement of DH, but momentum coupled with Essence Break, I could see the non-appeal to it. Now that they got rid of that, I do miss the Essence Break, but it is still a really fun spec to play. They do have great utility, and again, with their amount of crazy leech, they're almost unkillable as well. Windwalker Monk. So, trying to take damage out of the equation. Windwalker, I enjoy the Monk. I've made Monk for many, many, many seasons now. I play a lot of Mistweaver, a lot of Brewmaster. Bit of Windwalker, but the target cap kills the fun, if that's the easiest way to say it. And I don't want to try and include that because I did a floodgate yesterday. Having a target cap feels turbo bad when your pulls are all going to be over your target cap. And for that, I'm trying to take it out. I enjoy the spec itself. Like, I do like Fists of Fury and Spinning Crane, and there's some great abilities with some great utility. You are on the squishier side too. You only have a couple defensives. One is really good, and it's not that long of a cooldown, but you do feel damage more than like Havoc or Feral can heal themselves. But the spec, I enjoy the spec itself. The gameplay is fun. Remove the target cap and it would go up. Sub Rogue. Where? Sub Rogue. It's tough. I don't hate the spec. It's not a bad spec to play. It's I don't know, it's kind of cool. It's got all the rogue fantasy part to it. It's got some good utility. It's fairly decent with the buttons. Like, you're not overly loaded for AoE, but you do have quite a bit of an opener for bosses, which makes it good. I'm gonna put it in the front and not too bad for now. It's an enjoyable spec. It's still not my favorite rogue spec, but spoiler alert, Might as well just put that up there now because I do like Assassination. Is my favorite. It always has been. Even when it was down in the dumpsters doing dog shit damage, I still enjoyed Assassination better. Again, it's probably my dot spec I do like. It's great to put up all your dots and then you hit some abilities and it just starts cranking out. And you are a bit gimped if someone doesn't let you re-stealth, which is a bit of an issue. And the only reason this doesn't go to Turbo Fun, because this was one of my favorite specs, if you aren't energy starved. And a lot of the time on bosses, you're sitting there energy starved. And that is why it's behind Feral. That's why it's just not up there in Turbo Fun for me. The energy starved bosses, and it could be my I'm not going to claim I am the best assassination rogue out there by any means. So it could be my gameplay that hurts it, but every time I play, I am energy starved on bosses. Enhancement Shaman. Now they have changed it a little bit because I did play this quite a bit at the beginning of the expansion. It is still turbo fun though. We'll just put that right up there. You used to have to spread your lightning rods around. And I haven't played it this season, but I heard you don't have to do that as much anymore. But it is a great spec. You get totems, you get, all the utility of the shaman. You now have, the Tempest is a great button. It feels awesome to hit. It's just a really fun spec to play. You got a lot of abilities. You're never really slow by not hitting something. You always have something to do. I think it's really fun. One of the best specs I get to play so far. What else we have here? Warrior. I'm going to do both warriors at once just because, and this is totally biased. 100% this is biased. Again, I only have one warrior. I have, I don't know, 6 monks at 70. I have 6 druids at 70. I have one warrior above 70. I have, I think, a level 80 warrior and a level 12, I think, are my 2 warriors. And it's just something about them. I don't know. Like, it's just for me. It's a total bias. I'm going to put it down at okay because some people will love it, but I am not a warrior player. I don't know if switching my race on the warrior, leveling a different one will be better. I don't know. But warrior to me is not enjoyable. I can see the fun in it for other people. Like, it's got leap, it's got charge, it's got some cool abilities. But for me, I don't enjoy the spec. I try it and then I put it right back down. It just sits there. I might get it, a little bit of gameplay, do a dungeon here, that'll be it. Put it back in the box. It's just not my jam. Unholy DK. Unholy DK, and I can't explain why, is missing something to me. They are amazing survivability. They bring some cool utility, but Unholy just kind of falls flat. It doesn't do it for me, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if running, like, if they had more army would be better. I don't know. It's missing something for me. Even when they were doing that mass amount of damage, it's a, I don't know, lackluster class for me to play. I can play it. It feels just bland. And I don't know how to fix it. I can see how some people might like it, but to me, it's just a mediocre class, marginally above warrior. Frost. Frost is, I enjoy it more than Unholy. Probably more than Sub Rogue, actually. To me, it's a pretty decent spec, but again, it's just lacking something. It doesn't have that excitement for me to want to jump in and play it. It's missing something. Its gameplay is fine. It got a little better with the big scythe that comes through. That's pretty cool ability. But it's just, I don't know. I like two-handed frost too. Or sorry, one-handed frost. I think one-handed frost looks better, which gave it some more bonus points over Unholy. And I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of frost strikes, and obliterate's great when you hit a big obliterate. But other than that, it just falls into the not bad category for me. It's, again, probably because if I'm playing DK, I really like Blood DK. It's a fun spec, even though they nerfed the shit out of Death Strike. It's still really fun, and I enjoy that. So it's probably the reason is I enjoy one spec more than the other two, and they just fall flat compared to it. Survival Hunter. If you have not played Survival Hunter, you gotta try it. It's a really fun spec to play. You get a disengage, you get a harpoon, you got bombs, you got mongoose, you get like just different abilities that are fun to hit. These ones are kind of really fun, so I'm gonna put it in really fun as well. But at the end of really fun, like it kind of sucks. You don't have the most amount of offensives. You're not crazy terrible, but you're not like way up there like a mage type thing. So you don't have to leech like a VDH and never have to really hit a defensive unless it's just mechanically looking at you or you want to stand in bad shit, that type of stuff. Still a really fun spec to play. If you've played the other 200 specs, get a staff, get out there and try survival. It's enjoyable. The harpoon factor is just really great. But there's movement, there's like mid-tier, you got some range to it. It's kind of a melee and range combined, which also is the last spec we have, because everyone thinks paladins are just a melee spec. Well, that's not entirely true. A lot of their abilities are 30-ish yards. But I play paladin. Now, paladin using all the utility you have, let me be specific, is turbo fun. Paladin just using your rotation is okay fun. But using everything, you got Hodge, you got blinding light, then you get into your abilities, bubble, bop, lay on hands. You have a variety of ways you can change out the output of the dungeon. You know, you can bubble taunt stuff to save your tank. You can lay on hands your tank, a DPS. You can do a lot of different things with their utility. They are a mid-range, I want to put them, spec. Yes, some of the abilities you need to be in melee for. Yes, you need to be there to proc some other things. But if you need to be out, you can, Judgment outside. You can Blade of Justice, I think, has also a 20-yard range. There are some range abilities you have that you can play outside, which makes it a little niche. And they are very, very survivable, very tanky. Word of Glory, heal yourself up. Just an overall really fun spec to play. And the simplicity, it's not the worst for it. It is still making it very enjoyable, but it is a very simplistic spec too. Like, there is not a lot to it. But throwing in the utility makes it turbo fun. If you're not going to use a utility, this drops down. It probably goes all the way to actually not bad if you're not going to use any of the utility and you just want to mash the 3 DPS buttons. But if you are going to use a utility, it becomes a all-around spec for me. Anyways, that's the tier list I have for melee DPS. If you have anything in your S tier that you would like to say, what's your most favorite, definitely let me know. Let me know if you agree or you'd move some things. And if you made it this far, why not like, share, subscribe? We'll see you in the next video.